The Aghori circle is not simply a physical circle drawn on the ground. It is a sacred mandala of energy, created by the will of a realized Aghori, often at the cremation ground. This circle represents the womb of Mahakal, the timeless void from which everything emerges and into which everything dissolves. It is drawn with ash of the cremation pyre, sometimes mixed with blood, herbs, or sacred soil. Within it, the dualities of life and death dissolve. For those initiated, it is a space of liberation. For outsiders, it can be a doorway into madness. When an outsider, someone uninitiated, unprepared, or simply curious, enters the Aghori circle, the experience is beyond comprehension. The outsider is stepping into a vibrational field charged with mantras, ancestral energies, and the raw power of death. Unlike temples where the deity is invoked in benevolent forms, here the energy is fierce, untamed, naked. To enter it without preparation is to expose one's unshielded soul to forces far greater than the human mind can contain. I have heard accounts from oral traditions where outsiders collapsed unconscious upon stepping into such a circle. Some began to scream uncontrollably, hearing voices that no one else could hear. Others were seized with visions of their past karmas, as though their entire life's sins and desires were replayed in one flash before them. The reason is simple, but profound. The Aghori circle acts as a mirror. But unlike a normal mirror which reflects your body, this circle reflects your soul. Whatever is hidden within you, anger, lust, greed, sorrow, guilt, erupts in its rawest form. For an Aghori, this is purification. For an outsider, it can be unbearable. Imagine a person walking into a fire thinking it is only light, not realizing it burns. The outsider sees their true self, naked, stripped of social masks, and very few can withstand this sight. Another dimension unknown to most is that the circle is not empty. The cremation ground is alive with presences, the souls who have departed but not yet found their next birth. The spirits of ancestors, the Bhutas, Pretas, Yoginis, and even the attendants of Lord Bhairava. When an Aghori enters the circle, he enters as a master who knows how to communicate with these beings. When an outsider enters, the spirits often mock, frighten, or test them. Some say the outsider hears whispers, feels touches on their body, or is pulled by unseen hands. This is not imagination. It is the spirits reacting to a trespasser. The Aghori knows how to calm them, feed them, and channel their energies. But for one without mantra siddhi, the circle becomes a battlefield where the outsider stands defenseless. From the modern psychological perspective, stepping into such a charged field can trigger a collapse of the ego. Outsiders have been known to laugh hysterically, weep uncontrollably, or run away in terror. Some even lose their sanity permanently. Why? Because their ego, which is carefully constructed over years, suddenly disintegrates. The Aghoris deliberately train to withstand ego death. But the outsider is thrown into it without guidance, without preparation. It is like being pushed into the depths of the ocean, without knowing how to swim. Yet, not all outsiders perish or collapse. There are rare instances recorded in oral lineages where an outsider, by destiny, entered the circle and experienced a sudden awakening. For such souls, it was perhaps written in their karma. They emerged with deep silence, their eyes filled with light, and some even chose to renounce worldly life and walk the Aghori path. This is extremely rare but significant. It shows that the Aghori circle is not merely destructive, it is also liberative. It gives you what you are destined to face. For the unprepared, terror. For the prepared, freedom. You may wonder, do Aghoris allow outsiders into their circle? The answer is, rarely. Only when the guru discerns that the outsider has a karmic connection or some hidden spiritual strength is he allowed. Otherwise, they are kept away because the energy unleashed could destroy them. There are stories of sadhus who tested kings, merchants, and even curious scholars by allowing them to enter. Most could not bear the experience, and some fell ill or even died soon after. This is why the Aghori path is never advertised. It is not a spectacle, but a razor's edge walked only by the chosen. The deeper lesson behind this is that human beings live most of their lives avoiding truth. We wear masks, hide our desires, suppress our fears, and pretend to be civilized. But when the outsider enters the Aghori circle, all pretenses dissolve. You are face to face with your own death, your own truth, your own shadow. This is why Sanatan Dharma holds the Aghoris with respect and fear. They are the ones who voluntarily enter the circle every day. They sit where others dare not go. They embrace what others run away from. For them, every circle is an opportunity to burn the last traces of ego and realize Shiva. So remember this: to enter the Aghori circle is not like visiting a temple or attending a ritual. It is stepping into the very eye of death, the furnace of transformation. Outsiders who enter without preparation encounter fear, madness, and sometimes liberation. But those who are chosen emerge as beings beyond comprehension, touched forever by the shadow of Mahakal. That is why the Aghori circle remains hidden, its rituals cloaked in secrecy. It is not a performance for the world, it is a crucible for the soul. If this wisdom has stirred something deep within you, if it has made you question what lies beyond the ordinary rituals of life and death, then I invite you to walk further with me. Subscribe to the Aghori Code, where we uncover the unseen layers of Sanatan Dharma and the hidden paths of the fearless Aghoris. And I would love to hear your thoughts. What do you feel would happen to you if you ever entered such a circle? Share your reflections in the comments, because every perspective brings us closer to the truth.